what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off right here. So I'm loosening it up. So this has got some slack to it. You don't want that full tension when you go to cut it. So go ahead and just loosen it up there. And then I grab the string and pop it off. And this will be wound around the post, so you're going to need to unwind it real quick. Okay. And this little thing here, you just pull it out. Over there. And I can cut this off right there. Okay, so now when we open our package here, it'll show us the string gauge and the note that each string is. So when you open this up, they're all wrapped together, and you need to know which string goes where.
Yeah.
So they're labeled here. So we're going to be doing the 6 and 5, so which are your bass notes. And this one.
We switch over to the regular ones from the hard ones.
Yeah, I went with the normal tension for this guitar for her to start out on.
Okay.
And what you've got here is you've got one end that's a little bit already just loose, and the rest of it's real stiff, and it's kind of noticeable. You'll see that, and you'll see a little tag on the other end.
Now wait a minute, don't say any more yet. Hang on a second, let's get that line out. Now ready? Go ahead, next line.
Yeah, so then what you got here is you got to feed it through this little part, and this can be a little bit frustrating, but you'll see the hole there, and just feed it through, and you're going to leave a little tail on the end. And you're
About
gonna
how many inches?
Well, just a couple of inches. It
3
can be
inches.
trimmed up. Basically, these strings are going to be much longer than they really
Okay, are you going
need to
to
be.
do a tuck on this also?
Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do
Yeah,
that.
that's great.
So what you got here is we went through the hole once. We looked at our tension here, and we have plenty of room to wrap down, so we can actually bring it out a little bit here and also here on this end as well, just to shorten the length of the string. So now we're a little bit tighter there. That's good, because we're really going for about 3 to 4 revolutions around the post. And a little trick that you can do is you can take the end and go back in for a second time, and then just pull it tight so that you've got it kind of locked in at the post itself.
Yeah.
And now that it's locked there, it's not going to slip out on us while we're tying it. So you can come over to here, and when you come around, and then you come around a second time, and then you go through the loop. And should be, and then a second time through the loop. You should be able to pull this tight here. And it should lay just under there, and you've got a nice little loop knot.
Okay.
And now you use that little tool that I was showing you. Oh, thanks, EJ. And you can, what I'm doing with my left hand is I'm just kind of holding the string into place here, and it just kind of keeps it from slapping around there. And we're going to grab the little tool.
You're using a tool here
Special
to tighten this
tool.
very fast. Do you
Yeah.
sell those here at Foggy Mountain also?
Yeah, we do have them around $9 for the
Great.
cutting winder tool.
Right, a winder tool, about $9.
Yeah, and it's just
Cuts
something
off the old
it's so that you spend more time
Yeah.
using your hands to play as opposed to just winding this down and getting fatigued from changing all your strings.
And you just
So-
bring it near where you want to go.
So what I've done there is like I said, you want to get about 3 revolutions around the post. You don't want too many wraps because it can get real sloppy, and as you go to tune and things later, it can be just cumbersome to have all this wire in there. So we're going to just clip off the excess, and that is your perfect string change.
There it is.
And yeah. Now there are other guys that do different styles of the wrapping around here. This is just what I've found that works, and it will stretch a bit right when you get these new strings on here, so you're going to want to hold it and make sure it's all the way back there. Just kind of stretch it a bit before you even tune it.
Close enough.
Pretty close. Might be a bit flat still, but Gotta get the other one on there. So yeah, just be patient with it. It might be a little bit tricky at first, but it's really a simple thing, and it just takes a little bit of practice. So what I've done now is going to the next one. I've got to locate that little hole in there to slide through and guide the string through. And as I do that, the previous string is going to lay over the top of it. So we're just going to bring that from underneath there, so that as we wrap this one into place, it'll be tucked in place. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so first I'm going to secure it around the post, like we did with the last one. Make a little loop around and go through that hole the second time. And make sure that we're not going too much. But as the strings need to be longer, you will have to leave a little bit more slack to compensate for the length. So I'm going to go a little bit further. And back through. Alright. And now back down here. And again, we're going to go around the string a second time. Come down here. You're going to go under the loop and pull down a bit, and then under the loop a second time. And now you should have these little guys that are going to tuck under the next string as you get to the point. So nice and locked in there. Start it there until I can hold it. Grab the tool. Start winding it down.
Now, you said earlier about strings that you should replace the entire set of strings to keep everything the same level of brilliance.
That's
right?
true, because
You change just one string.
especially on these guys, as the fingers, the natural oils from your hands wear away the material, you're going to want to renew it by using fresh strings. And if you have bright strings on the top and dull strings on the bottom, it just won't be a very balanced chord. It won't be pronounced as well as it could be. So I just kind of pull that a little tight down there and stretch it, like I was saying. But those should be not going anywhere. And you're probably going to use your guitar tuner if you've got a digital tuner or something.
Yes.
We usually just, use
Which
the
one do
clip-on.
you recommend here at Foggy
I do.
Mountain?
Well, this one has been serving me pretty well. The Cool Smart Touch tuner. The key thing with this is that you don't have to buy batteries anymore, because it's rechargeable through a USB port.
That's good.
It's a touch screen, so you can you just touch it to turn it on, touch to change modes, or to calibrate up and down.
Great. How much is this?
And these are on sale. They were $39 down to $29.99.
Wow.
And pull one out here. They come with an initial charge, but Mark at Cool told me to, he said, you really want to take it out of the package, take it home, and do an initial 2-hour charge, and then it will have a 20-hour battery life. So it's pretty amazing. But you can just turn it right on as it goes. You want to be at the concert pitch of 440. This is guitar mode, but we can go to bass mode, ukulele, or chromatic. I tend to just use the chromatic mode because I tune a lot of different instruments. So just keep it on chromatic mode, which tends to just work fine. And flip it on the headstock and slowly bring it right up to pitch. As it achieves perfect pitch, I don't know if you can see there, it'll turn green. So we get to kind of lock it into place. So we'll go back and stretch them in, and then go back and check them again a second time to make sure we're at proper key. Nylon, the first hour they're going to stretch in and out a little bit until you really play them, but that's about the idea right there.
Great. It looks really simple. Can you give her a couple of seconds on her guitar?
Yes,
so
of
she-
course.
To play it. No, I mean, play,
Oh,
you play on it. Play on it for a second for her. Just
Okay, well,
demonstrate that the
let me
guitar works.
Tune the whole guitar up first.
All right.
You can stop filming me if you want, or if you want
No,
to film it,
keep
it's
going.
fine.
She's got endless battery here.
Okay. Just tune it up real quick for you. Yeah, see that one needs to be replaced still, but
Yeah.
you can kind of hear the difference right away. Now the trebles are a little bit different. These will last you a bit longer because they're not metal wound, so they don't wear away as fast. But it's just nice to have a new set, you know.
You echo everybody that I heard. Jeff Beck, back in the 70s was talking about, 60s was talking that way. Always change the whole set of strings.
Yeah, because what happens is as you hammer down in the positions, the
Yeah.
frets will put little dents in the string,
Right.
which just decreases the natural, integrity of the string. It just gets worse and worse, and eventually it'll just pop on you while you're playing. So for peace of mind, you just know your whole set. Every, you go change your tires on your car. It's nice to get a balanced set of all 4 tires. Same idea here.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Now you sell this guitar, the Valencia.
During the week, we're hoping
We do.
You still have it? That's yours?
These have been pretty popular. I
Yeah.
don't know. Typically, you remember what the price was?
$89 or
The
something like
Valencia?
that.
89, or the full size, I think this one was 99.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
but yeah, these have been
It's a great little guitar.
just a great student guitar. It's a decent action.
And I think she's almost ready for a new one, a new guitar. Pretty soon, she's getting good. She won't tell you that. She'll tell you as soon as she's turned good.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of work needed to
Yes,
get the rest of the strings in, but
Yeah, you take the buzz out when you do.
yeah, and it's stretching still too. So this first
Yeah,
few minutes, and as you get back to where you're going to, you're gonna need to check it as the temperatures change and
Yeah.
riding in the car and whatnot. You're gonna want to tune it a few times.
All right,
But
so
that's
what's the phone number they should call?
Well, 530-273-6676,
All right.
and we'll be here Monday through Friday from 10 till 6, and Saturdays 10 to 5.
10-5.
10 to 5, yeah. Well, thank you
I
guys.
thought 10-5 was Broderick Crawford.
Well, thanks again,
Yeah.
EJ, and we really appreciate you coming in, and
Yeah.
and I'm glad that we could be of service to you guys.
We had a great time, and don't forget the amp. We've got to get the amp.
Oh, that's
We're buying
right.
it.
You're gonna love that amp.
All right.